What's in the case is an NS violin. This is a CR series, 4-string. We make a 5-string as well. And the CR series is our top-of-the-line model. And here it is.
Here it is.
And of course, the pickup is under the bridge. This is our own pickup, and it's a unique pickup in that it has, the pickup itself has 2 modes, which one is called arco mode. It's intended for use of the bow. It's very sensitive to vibration side to side, but suppresses up and down vibration. And this is important because if you think about the way a violin is constructed, it has a tall bridge. All violins, double basses, cellos have a tall bridge. And by the way, this bridge extends down into the body. So this is actually a tall bridge too, just like a violin, but it goes down in, so you don't see it all. But it's the motion back and forth that is what gives you a great bowed sound. And that's why an acoustic violin has a bass bar on one side, a sound post on the other side, to create an asymmetry in the way it responds, so that when the bridge goes back and forth, it's kind of converted into sound, and when the bridge goes up and down, not that much happens. So this is a way to kind of, this is a basic aspect of making a good bowed sound. If you want to play pizzicato, you get a big attack and not much sustain, as you know from playing pizz on an acoustic violin. So that's why we have this front position for the switch reverses that, and all of a sudden this bridge is sensitive up and down and not sensitive sideways, and that gives you less attack when you first pluck the string and effectively more sustain, so it's a little bit more like a guitar sound, let's say, than you would get, and you can hear the difference there. You notice that the level is similar, right? Similar level between the two.
Right. That's cool.
Now watch what happens here. Try bowing it now. Not much, right?
And now. Oh, I see what you're saying.
When you play pizz in the pizz mode, it's much louder than playing the bow because of that direction of sensitivity. Because the bow is driving it side to side and so on. So it's just another way to understand what's going on there. So this middle position for the switch is a full frequency response in the bowed mode, okay, in the arco mode. And the thing about an acoustic violin is that when it comes to, below 160 cycles, in other words, the low note on a violin, your G on a conventional acoustic violin, you really hear almost no fundamental. It's the first harmonic because the instrument doesn't go that low. And that's a violin sound. So if you want it to sound like a traditional violin, then you want to put this switch in the back position. It cuts the bass to imitate an acoustic violin. But again, getting back to not wanting to restrict what someone can do with the instrument. I don't want to just cut the low end and make it sound like an acoustic violin and then prevent a player from experimenting with a whole new bass register and so on that you can do with an electric. So I want to make sure that what you can do is with an electric is brought out as much as possible in the instrument to give an artist a choice. So the controls are very simple. This is a volume. This is a treble control with a detent in the middle. You have treble and bass control, the flat in the middle position.
So when the toggle's in the middle position.
Yes. That's full frequency response in the pizz mode.
So are you
in the arco mode.
So are you boosting the low frequencies or something?
No boosting, it's just, see, this has a piezo pickup system, which is very standard for a violin, and part of the interest level that is growing so much about electric violin has to do with piezo pickup, because the magnetic pickups, for instance, that Rickenbacker has there, magnetic pickups, we were talking about direction of sensitivity, they're not set up for both. They're great for guitars, really ill-suited for violins. So This is not a boosted bass, it's just the bass that's there. That is, that a violin can't go to, an acoustic violin can't access, but we can with electronics just by letting it go. So we're able to incorporate some really interesting technology, both to have an instrument that is a whole new instrument with a whole new range of sound, as well as an instrument that can be made to sound a lot like an acoustic violin, really very much so, you know, if you kind of go in that direction.
All right, can I try one of the other?
Try it, yeah. Try it
So this is the one that sounds more like an acoustic violin, less of that,
It won't
more of
sound
that
that
cut.
acoustic with this setup, but I mean, it will.
Yeah.
It provides a frequency response which is more like an acoustic violin, yes.
Yeah, I like this one better. What a difference, right? You guys hear the difference? Everybody can hear that, right? A, B. Cool beans. Okay, I brought my wah pedal. We got to try it out a little bit,
Okay.
right?
We do.